Well, this has to do with the two things that doom a relationship. If you get fake tits when you're in a relationship, it lights the fuse. Like, it starts the timer to end the relationship.
Countdown to
no matter
relationship doomed.
It's doomed. Like, your relationship is fucking doomed if the chick gets fake tits. And that's okay.
You are tuned into F Your Life Radio Podcast. Your mom would not approve.
Yeah.
Bryce Chad, motherfucker.
Big things like one. Big up the brethren. Yes, sir. The full way, the right way. This is F Your Life Radio. I've got the team with me.
Shout out.
Chris the Key is here.
It's murder, dude.
Yeah.
It's murder.
L Boogie is here. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're really starting to nail that. It's almost like it's your thing now. Like the hi. You know what I mean? Like, you're good at saying hi.
Yay, at least
Soy Sauce Boss is in the building.
Allegedly. Steve, are you okay over there? Steve, are you okay over there?
Shout out to everybody who came to the Bryce Chad first annual and last annual Bryce Chad Music
Is that
Festival.
That's the last one?
I don't know, man. There's a possibility. I had a silly goose time.
Yeah, it was
there
fun.
was a lot of silly geese in the gander.
Absolutely.
That was the Bryce Chad Music Festival. Shout out to the homie Jar, who came through. Big fan of the show.
Shout out
to Phil Dog. Shout out to the homie Dex, who came through looking like a fucking hitman.
He looked like the bouncer.
Or like a hitman. That's like, he was like full suit.
Well, he had the shaved head, so if he put on the sunglasses, he would have been the hitman.
Yeah. You remember that movie, The Professional?
Was it Jason Statham?
No, it was with the guy with the hair. I don't remember his name. Or with the lack of hair. Anyways, The Professional. He's about a professional, like, whatever, hitman guy. And he trains this, like, little girl. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Well, that guy showed up, too. He showed up to
He
Bryce
came
Chad.
to Bryce Chad.
He was there.
It was, man, what a silly goose time. I was, in honor of it being a silly goose time, I was drinking boogie juice, L Boogie Juice, which is Grey Goose.
Shots of silly goose.
Yeah, I was having silly goose and pineapple. That is that's what I was. That's what I was drinking. I was fucking silly wasted, man.
I know. I kept trying to videotape you dancing.
Yeah, I don't remember all that. Was I getting?
Yeah, you were getting down.
Was I getting it?
Like that cut hole, Steve.
Yeah.
El Boogie got wasted too. Like,
dude, let me tell you
5
something
minutes
about
into being there.
El Boogie. So we get there, we pull up to the spot to set up because we had like a sound system, which turns out was terrible, but whatever. We had like a sound system, and then we had like a bunch of other like whatever flair. Would you say we had like glow sticks and shit? We were like trying to get set up. We pull up to the well bar at 8:45 or something like that, and then because I was saying I wasn't going to start drinking until we were gonna like,
and I hadn't drank anything.
We were gonna like get set up and shit. So like Soy Sauce thought we were gonna be like white pre-gaming and shit.
Pre-game shots.
And
we didn't at all. Like, dude, the scene before Bryce Chad was so not what anybody would like imagine. Yeah. It was all four of us kind of like sitting quietly, like just here in the Low Main Labs, just kind of like listening to each other breathe. Yeah. It was not lit. Same with like the ride over.
Nope.
We were all just kind of like talking regularly. Just
I'm like, tell me a story.
It really occurred at that moment. I really I found out how old I was.
Yep.
Like at that point, because I was hyped, but I wasn't like
woo, fucking drunk.
That's how I know I could never go to one of those actual music festivals, because that's like I don't have the pregame. I would be done at the pregame. You know what I mean? Yeah. I wasn't like pregame enough.
Dude, people always die out here, bro.
And I probably would have died from the pregame had we. Anyways, I got off track. So we pull up at 8:45. We get everything set up. Takes us a couple minutes. By 9:07, El Boogie was fucking wasted. Like literally, like fall down.
I wasn't fall down.
Like a stiff breeze would have just taken her.
No.
Absolutely.
I was not fall down wasted at any part of the night.
Well, it seemed to me like you were.
No, I wasn't.
You were
I was
just being
drunk.
a silly goose?
Yeah, no, I was drunk, but I wasn't like I I wouldn't have fall down or like threw up or anything.
No. Oh, you weren't like sloppy.
No.
No, you weren't El Sloppy.
No.
At all.
No.
Hallelujah! Holy shit!
I've seen El Sloppy, and you were not that. So okay,
No.
but you were definitely like, boogie wasted.
Yeah.
That's like that's a whole different denomination of being
White girl wasted.
boogie wasted. Well, what were you drinking? Were you drinking the boogie juice?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Drinking vodka. Yeah.
What were you? So we were like vodka homies that night. Yeah.
I was drinking grapefruit vodka though, and soda.
And Silly Goose, or what was it?
Oh, yeah.
No, what kind of vodka was it?
Sky.
Oh, okay. But there was. I was a little bit concerned because there were some of my, well, not just some, there were like a lot of my coworkers pulled up, which shout out to them. That was fucking super rad that they came. But I'm always a little bit nervous when that happens because, well, the ones that showed up were super cool, but like,
super young.
Yeah.
Like a fucking 21-year-old.
Well, there was one dude, I was worried about getting really wasted in front of your coworkers because then you show up to work that next time you see them and they're like, but I actually wasn't that bad. I mean, I was like kind of talking shit or whatever, but it wasn't anything super crazy. A couple of the dudes that showed up were fresh 21, and I don't think they were who we were making fun of.
Yeah. I
felt a little bit awkward at that point. I don't know. One dude literally was born in 1996, and I could not get over it. He was like telling me how he was born in 96, and like in 96, I was like stealing cars, like allegedly. So it's just that's like when Tupac died, and that's when that's like imagine like you were born when Tupac died,
and you could legally drink now.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. And we were in the same place as him.
Yeah.
We were fucking... Anyways, it was good. The music was solid. The PA system took a shit, like towards the end of the night or whatever.
Well, it took a pre-shit about halfway, like a couple hours in. It took like a minor shit.
Yeah, but
it wasn't as loud.
Right.
And then towards the end of the night, it full-blown shit. And it was dead.
And then we just had to go with whatever they were playing. But I feel like I was getting all sorts of like compliments on the
Bryce
playlist.
Vibes.
Yeah, it wasn't. See, the thing is, it didn't have any Bryce vibes. Like we had a different plan for the music, and then like last minute that plan kind of like. So we had to like it fell through. So we had to like get like a whole different playlist together.
Yeah.
So I had some reggae on there, which was kind of Brycey, and then I had like Tupac.
This is pre-Bryce. Yeah. Like that's the original like version of Bryce, the 1.0.
Oh, the Bare Naked Ladies.
Yeah. Now 3.0 is like the Skrillex and the glow sticks. That's Bryce 1.0.
That
Yeah,
song,
that's true.
there's a couple that are on the list, but that song that on that, play that again. Play that one. Play that. That is one of the most high school songs of all time. Like one of them. There's like 3 or 4 where it's like I've said this before, but when I hear them, I automatically assume I'm late to some sort of class. Like when I hear that shit. Yeah, this one, dude. You could not go to a house party in 1999.
There were a few Jessicas
And you could not go there and not hear this. There was a lot of Natalies and a lot of Jessicas.
Absolutely.
In the gander of Silly Geese. You know what I mean?
Silly Goose Fest.
Yeah. That's going to be the next one.
Silly Goose
Fest. Yeah. 2018.
Guaranteed Silly Goose time.
Yeah. But it was a Silly Goose. I was Chris the Goose and I, we went to his like the crazy Bryce Chad after party was me and Chris the Goose by ourselves with burritos at his house. That was like the crazy.
It was like rolled tacos and like bong ribs.
Yeah, it was all sorts of like it was rolled bong ribs. It was fucking.
Oh, and then towards the end of the night when we go out to the patio to have a cigarette, there's fucking some dudes and some chicks that are topless in the hot tub.
So, and the dudes were topless, clearly.
Well, the dudes were obviously, but so were the chicks too.
And they were just, and this was really late at night. So here's the thing with, have you ever been to Goose the Keys?
No.
Okay, so his like balcony literally overlooks the pool, the hot tub specifically.
Like if you could run and jump, you could make it from the balcony to the pool.
So it was like you guys had like box seats for like
Yeah. But the thing is, there's like a very fine line that you have to walk, because you can't just like visibly stare at 3 o'clock in the morning, because then you have a little bit of like a Michael Myers vibe and shit at that point.
Yeah.
Like you look like you kind of want to make them a lampshade.
Yeah.
Am I?
You're good. Yeah. Okay, it's no. So anyways, like so we're the key is, no pun, to kind of like as you're walking out to the patio, you just kind of very lightly glance, but also it's like a little bit more than a glance.
Yeah.
It's like it's halfway between a stare and a glance, because you can't just.
It's almost like an assessment.
Yeah.
Like it's just a quick assessment. Like, oh, those are there, and those are there, and all right.
I pointed it out to Goose the Key that I was like, hey, I don't mean to alarm you, but that young lady down there is not wearing a top. You know what I mean? And this is 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever it was. It was super late.
And I was trying to explain to Steve that that's relatively normal now. Like, that's not too crazy, because I have a front row seat to the pool. Mm-hmm. And so, like, it sucks because it puts me in an awkward position, because, like, it's like now I feel creepy. Like, the fact that there's tits there, like, how am I going to not look? But then if I do look, I feel creepy because I'm up here in the shadows. It's like, you fucking bastards, why are you bringing tits right out here? Like, I just want to chill outside.
Right. Not to mention you have a Latin girlfriend who,
so I can't do anything,
and she's on deck with the knives. So she knows where the knives are.
Yeah.
Like, there was one time where I was sitting outside on the patio, and there's 2 chicks in the hot tub, and my girl's at work, and, like, they're talking, and one's like, yeah, my tits are actually D's. Like, a lot of people don't know it. And the friend's like, really? She's like, yeah, feel them. So then the friend reaches over, and she's squeezing her friend's tits.
This is literally how the beginning of a porno.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, this is a fucking trap. And I just got up, and I walked inside. Like, nope.
Not happening.
Nope.
Not today, Satan.
I'm too smart. I'm too sharp for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But no, so we had anyway. So that was the Kraken after party. Was
Come
me?
out and check us out.
Yeah, me and Chris the Goose. We were.
That's pretty much what I did too. Only I didn't have a
you
burrito at the house.
You disappeared. Where'd you even go?
To get a burrito.
And then that was it?
Yeah.
It was murder?
It was murder after that. Because I didn't eat before we went. Like, I ate way earlier in the day.
Yeah.
You got drunk
and
super
I ate
fast.
a salad. Yeah. So I was like, I'm hungry, actual hungry. And if I don't eat something soon, I'm probably going to, like, spew vodka everywhere. So it's a good idea that I
Boogie
eat.
juice.
Yep.
That's what they call it in the streets.
That's what it's called now.
Yeah.
So you didn't drive.
You were with a friend there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody invited people.
Dude,
I
people
thought that
always
was
die out here, bro.
That was super cool. So like, and then there were a bunch of people like that. Like some friends brought a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Which was fun.
Like little packs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
And
kind of
there was,
weird.
like,
I was kind of bouncing around that whole patio, just kind of like talking to everybody.
It's like little
That's
Chad
when I
packs.
was trying to get him dancing.
Yeah.
When he would move from pack to pack, he would do like a little
dance I was doing. I don't remember doing that, but I kind of do.
You saw it, didn't you? Because I
Well-
was like, I was like,
Well, he was in
yeah.
classic Steve fashion, but there was a point where my girl went to the bathroom and she was in the stall and she heard a group of girls walk in and there was a whole bunch of like, oh, do you know Steve? Like,
Oh, God.
you know Steve?
No way.
Fuck that cutthole, Steve.
Oh, wow. They were talking about you.
Oh wow!
You were the buzz.
They were wondering if I was going to die soon. Probably. That's probably was the next. Do you know Steve? Yeah, is he going to die soon?
I don't know. He's really unhealthy and he's dancing.
Dude, people always die out here, bro.
That was a silly goose team A.
There were a couple of people that went overboard. There was that one. You remember that one guy got super faded and then like got like a DUI.
Yeah.
Oh, right in front of us.
Yeah.
That dude was annoying as fuck.
Well, I think he also was at one point talking shit to the bartender or something.
Well,
He was proposing to her at
Yeah,
one point.
it started with a proposal.
And then
When
what, she
I was
shot him
getting
down?
I don't know if she was like if she knew him and was like taking it seriously or something, because she acted like she was surprised when he said, "I'm not ready." Like he like played a prank on her basically.
Oh.
And then she seemed like flustered with that or like upset with it.
I don't think they were together because they like fucking straight up called the cops on that guy. Like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I didn't understand. So
Well,
like,
no, what happened was they called the cops because he came back.
oh,
Because he left. And then he said he was coming back, and they told the cops, and the cops found him somewhere on the way back. He must have been talking to someone.
they
at
must
the
have found
bar.
him right as he was pulling up because like we
No,
were
they
came
outside.
from
outside, we
patio.
saw the whole
Yeah,
thing
no, I
happen.
was out there,
Ooh-ah.
yeah.
that the fact that he was operating a motor vehicle is
terrible.
terrifying. Because he was legitimately
drunk,
like
so
wasted,
drunk.
like one eye, one eye open, one eye closed, like the Forrest Whitaker.
And he was driving a big truck too. It was a big truck.
Yeah.
Did you see it? So like, if you get in an accident drunk, you're probably going to kill everyone that you hit.
Everybody involved.
Like everyone.
It scorched the earth. Time in that regard.
Check us out.
Well, then
Man.
good thing. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. That's well, anyways, we had fuck that dude for driving faded like
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
But shout out to the Well Bar for allowing us to bring the geese.
And shout out to everybody that showed up
that
too.
came. It was so fun.
Yeah, we had a really, really, really good time.
Very silly.
It was the vibes were silly AF.
Yeah.
So that was solid. I gotta breathe some shit out. I think.
Go.
L Boogie or Goose the Chris.
Goose.
Let me ask you guys something. When you guys go to, let's say, I don't know, a grocery store. You buy. Do you grocery shop? Do you do full scale shopping for your home? I know you do.
Yeah.
Chris the Goose.
I mean, it's not full scale shopping. It's
You
like
buy shit.
single person
Okay.
food shopping.
Sweet. So when you're checking out, right? You have all your items. You go. You check out. The transaction's over, right? About how long does it take you to get your fucking shit together after you've already completed the transaction? Whatever kind of receipt you need to put in your purse or whatever
Less
kind of
than a
like.
minute.
That's a good question,
Less
actually.
than a minute.
Sometimes a couple minutes, and however long I fucking want to take. Because I just paid money for fucking quinoa noodles, and I'm going to stand there and make sure there's no creases in my money. I'm going to put the receipt away perfectly in my fucking wallet. I'm going to stand. I might even have a little bit of an extra little conversation with the cashier because I know you want to. Because I know you fucking want to. There you go.
So let me tell you why Soy Sauce Boss is Satan himself. Because that is, my friends, is what bums me the fuck out. Both as an employee and as just a regular person, as a consumer. Yeah. I can't tell you how many people take 19 minutes to get their shit put away, to get their whatever kind of bills. And are you doing your fucking taxes? What the fuck is taking so long right now?
There's exceptions though, dude.
What are the exceptions? Name them.
So there's some cashiers where instead of bagging shit up with somebody there bagging it, they just kind of shove it over towards the bags and they don't fucking bag it. And then they ring you up and they're standing there. And then I'm there so what? Are you expecting me to bag this? Because if I wanted to
all of a sudden you work at the grocery store now?
If I wanted to work here, I would have just done self-checkout. I went through the fucking thing. You know what I mean? So why are you looking at me put my fucking groceries away?
Right. Well, that's a little bit different than what I'm talking about, though. At my alleged,
you're talking about a
flim-flam
7-year-old woman trying to figure out which way her debit card is supposed to go back into her purse.
I am.
She's flipping it around.
But I'm also talking about the extra conversation that's happening because, okay, we're not friends. Do you know what I mean?
Give me a friendly experience. You're all I've got.
we aren't friends. I'm playing the role as fuck.
Yeah.
Right now.
Role as fuck.
Yeah. So that's the extent of it. When the transaction's over, you fucking keep it moving.
Yeah.
Act like you've been outside before.
I always hate being the person after that transaction as well because I am I say hi, I'm friendly, make eye contact, but I don't want to really talk after that until you tell me how much I owe you.
No,
and then I put my card in.
So that's cool. There's people that are like that, but that's sort of the exception and not the rule. Most people talk to me so fucking much. I feel like I need to send them an invoice afterwards.
See, I get the opposite of you. I don't know if it's the beard or what, but I'll have the cashiers continuing the conversation when I want to leave.
Well, they should be fired.
I already have the things in my hands, and I'm doing the stepping away, but looking back oh yeah, oh nice, oh
yeah,
you know what I mean? And they're still keeping it going. It's dude, I'm halfway to the fucking door.
Yeah, you're already in your car.
Let me go.
Can I live, please?
We're done.
Well, I just to me, there's so much of that. I don't understand what the fuck these people are doing. Well, hold on, let me do my taxes here, and let me book a trip to Alaska also. And it's dude, go. The transaction's over. Your shit's bagged. Like, don't take 21 minutes to put your debit card back. Don't take 23 minutes to find your car keys. You know what I have to do? Like, or what I do if I'm like, sometimes the cashier will hand you a bunch of bills and they're all fucked up. Okay, you know what? I don't want to be the problem. So, you know what? It's just going into my fucking pocket.
Stuff them in and
I'll figure it out later.
Yep.
I don't want to be the fucking problem. There's other people in line. The world does not revolve around you.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. Another classic example. Today, I went to Subway. You guys are familiar with this establishment, I'm sure.
We are.
Allegedly.
Oh, you eat Subway now.
I went there because it's close to my house. Whatever. I'm trying to not eat like a fucking animal and shit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why I've always feel like Subway. I don't know why. Is it because of the commercials back in the day? But I feel like I'm doing something good when I go to Subway. Fucking, there's people.
Something not as bad.
The people in front of me, like, they're acting like they've never been to another place that's existed like that ever. It's not your first time at Subway, dude. You fucking run that shit through the garden and let's go.
It drives me nuts at drive-through windows, like at Taco Bell or McDonald's or like anywhere that has a drive-through window, any of these common restaurants. You know what's on the menu. You can look at it for just a few seconds and decide what you want.
Yeah.
So like sitting there for 100 fucking years staring at the Taco Bell menu, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
And then the guy today at Subway, these people, they're asking hella questions about the cheese to this guy. I'm like, dude, and the dude's name literally is Timmy, the dude who's working behind the counter. And I'm like, dude, Timmy doesn't even know what planet he's on right now. He doesn't know what kind of free range questions you're asking him about the fucking Monterey Jack cheese. Is it pasteurized? Timmy doesn't fucking know. He has no idea.
Nor does he care.
Timmy has.
If he is a sandwich artist, he should know the origin of the cheese.
Oh my god!
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
I was gonna say, dude, you and soy sauce should hang out and go to Subway.
We need answers at Subway. No, but if you go to a purveyor of fine foods and shit, I'm asking about the goddamn Munster.
Well, yeah, but they know there. Like if you're
that
talking
Havarti better be fucking ready.
Pasteurized or unpasteurized. But okay, that's fair because you're going to a place where
where you're paying extra for
that. But you're at fucking Subway and it's Timmy who has a nose ring.
Yeah.
He doesn't know about the Monterey Jack cheese. He's worried about whether or not his girlfriend is gonna score for him while he's at work. Allegedly. Do you know what I mean?
So true.
Absolutely.
He doesn't give a fuck about whatever kind of unpasteurized. His life is unpasteurized. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't give a fuck. So whatever. Fuck you to those people who were asking weird pasteurized questions at fucking Subway. You're at Subway. What part of I don't give a fuck don't you understand? You know what I mean? It's just like at Chili's. Another classic example. Chili's. You look on the menu and it's breaking down the nutritional facts there. I'm like, dude, I'm at Chili's.
Right. I don't
Steve,
care
are you okay over
about.
there?
I don't care.
I've been seeing that everywhere, even
Everywhere
at fast
now.
food,
Yeah.
and that shit annoys me because it's you're confusing me. I'm seeing calories and I'm looking for a fucking price, and it's throwing me off. I don't fucking care how many calories are in the fucking burger.
They do it for people like me because I fucking demand it. I need the calories and I want to see them up front. Seriously, it fucking helps me.
It does, though.
It helps me.
Yeah, that part I agree with. It
But
does
then it's
help.
why are you at McDonald's if you're that worried about
That's what I'm saying.
calories?
No,
Fuck,
Because
McDonald's.
you can make good choices now. After that, what was that? Morgan Spurlock, the 30 days of McDonald's or whatever.
Supersize Me.
Supersize Me.
Super Size Me. Ever since that came out, all those places changed.
Yep.
It changed the culture of how we look at fast food. So now there's just no excuses. You can pull up to Taco Bell and get the protein bowl,
Yep.
no rice and shit.
Yep.
They have it. They have the stuff. So if you're on the go and you need to eat McDonald's, they have better choices for that. So I want the calories right on the front.
I respectfully disagree because I feel like if you want you want to know all that shit, you don't go.
McDonald's has
to
never
McDonald's.
been the fucking healthy choice. That guy fucking ruined it. He
Yeah.
started that fucking asshole came through and made that movie and started the downfall of
A
fucking
hex
McDonald's.
upon him. I don't know.
No, it's just.
I
If
had
you're at
to-
McDonald's, why are you counting the calories?
Yeah.
For real.
I had to breathe that shit out. Do you know what I've been loving the fuck out of lately?
I'm loving it.
Dude, No pun. Also full pun. I've been seeing. I love the comments. I've been watching the comments on Instagram. You know, like the Instagram models, the ones where they have like 250,000 followers just because they have like green eyes or something. Like, they, you know, like it's just the pure hashtag models. Yeah. Well, I love watching the big ballers from Dubai comment on those, and because it's so funny, they're like, I'll fly you, because their English is kind of broken. Yeah. And they're like, I'll fly you to Dubai for party with your feet and milky tits. And it's like, are you into it? And dude, it's the fucking best. I love it so much.
Have you heard of Twitch?
No.
There's a thing called...
Oh, is that a website?
Where they stream...
Oh, yeah, I do know what that is. Yeah.
So, on Twitch, like, because I'll fuck with that sometimes, and, like, there's people that will stream, and these guys from Dubai will come in and comment, and, like, I've screenshotted some of them because they're so good.
Oh, you got some good ones?
Well, so there was one where this chick is playing Dance Dance Revolution.
Okay.
And this guy comes in and says... Hi, I look for girl on screen boob, but that, okay, red hairy good, which hair is also red. I make girl good cum, big donger, 10-inch, please respond.
Please respond.
Big donger.
Big donger, 10-inch, please respond. And he spelled respond R-A, respond.
Oh my God.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about. I fucking love it. And I don't know about Twitch, but it's all over Instagram.
Yeah.
It'll be from either Dubai or like South America.
Dude, look at this one. It says, hello from Dubai. I enjoy cooking as well. Show feet, please. Thanks. And then,
Show feet, please.
I love how we tried to establish common ground with like, I enjoy cooking as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But also like, I want to cook your feet.
And then he says a little bit further down, he's like, streamer, I donate USD to show feet. Sound okay good?
Sound okay good.
Sound okay good.
Dude,
USD.
You guys gotta be on the lookout now. Yeah, I don't know how many like green eyes you follow on Instagram, but I do. And I always like, because it was tough because there's going to be 40,000 comments or whatever, because it's all of them like check DM.
So you have to like
check
catch
DM.
it at the right time.
You got to try to catch it early, because there's going to be some tycoon from Dubai saying like, I throw a party with your milky tits. Like, guaranteed.
Dude, they've got money out there.
Stupid money. No.
Like supposedly
money.
that's where a lot of like strippers will go, and like porn stars, and they just go out to Dubai for like a month and just rack in like a whole year's worth of salary.
Well, yeah, if that's 1,000% true. That's some of these Instagram models actually go out there.
Yeah,
they'll go, and because they'll have like, I mean, I don't know what they're actually doing. They're tricking for sure, but like
allegedly,
right? Like they'll go, but also not allegedly. Also like for sure,
like 100%.
Also like actual,
But they'll go out there to dance and shit, and then they'll come back and they'll buy a Range Rover.
Yeah,
you know
they
what I
get
mean?
Serious money while they're out there,
and they'll go out there for 3 weeks. And
come out and check us out.
Yeah,
think of that. If you work 3 weeks and it pays for the entire year,
you missed it, Boogie. You should have done some Dubai things.
I know it wasn't a thing.
Maybe it's not too late. You could go.
It wasn't a thing.
You can go foot around.
Oh, I can go foot around.
Yeah,
we can go you can go pee on somebody's feet. Right?
I mean, if that's
you better be careful though. They might fucking lock you up if you get caught.
Well, there's different things that are frowned upon out there for sure.
I don't know how peeing works.
Look, if they want to donate USD to watch me pee on Steve's feet, I'm down with that.
Does Steve want you to pee on?
I'm sure
feet?
For USD, Steve will be down.
Well, are my feet stung by jellyfish?
In the shower? Like, what if it was in the shower? Would you let El Boogie pee on your feet? And the hot water was running.
Is there like a jellyfish sting involved?
No, just pee.
Just pee while I'm in the shower?
Just pee.
No.
Check us out.
Yeah. I would let her, you could totally pee on me or my feet if I was like stung by a jellyfish.
But what if the Dubai guys like donated a whole bunch of USD?
Oh, just to have you.
And so they want.
So they hit me up and you're like, dude.
Hello, Steve.
Hello from
Steven.
Dubai.
I pay USD.
I pay El Boogie milky tits to pee on your feet. Sound okay? Good. I would. Yeah. Fuck it, dude. To pee on my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. While I'm in the shower. Am I in the shower?
That's fine. I mean, I don't think they'll indicate. I don't think it. I mean,
that would be a stipulation that I would have to.
That would cost more.
Well,
if
that's
it was
just easy cleanup.
Yeah, if it was
that's what I'm saying.
If it was something outside the shower, then we could just charge more.
Yeah. Could your milky tits pee on my feet? Like, is that like that's like next
Can my
level?
milky tits pee? I don't know.
Frankly, I don't think anybody knows. But anyways, yeah, I would do it. I would get some USD.
Some of that USD.
That sounds really weird. US dollars.
But that's what I know what you mean by the USD. That's what they put on the internet.
Yeah, that's on the comments.
It's
So
the bad broken English.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
when you
USD.
peep some of these green-eyed accounts,
Okay.
and
when I catch them,
yeah.
be like, what are you interested in?
yeah. Hello from Dubai. It's always hello from Dubai
Seriously.
and shit. So, anyways, that's something I've been enjoying lately.
Why do they always do that too? They always have to tack on where they're saying hello from. Like
I know,
everybody
because-
else is just like hello.
Right.
Well, like hello
'cause-
from Dubai.
Well, if you see Dubai, it's money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, don't they have the biggest tower in the world?
Yeah, they have the biggest everything in the
Yeah,
world.
and
It's
everything's
literally
like
the
the
most
most high-tech,
expensive
yeah.
like place ever in the history of time.
Yeah.
So
It's fancy.
it's I know people that have been there on vacation and shit, and it's just
Like they made beaches and little islands and stuff.
they made islands they put a bunch of islands together that created the world. Like they're formed so from like an aerial view,
Yeah. It
you
looks
look
like
down
the world.
and it looks like the world.
Yeah.
And they just made them.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever read the Rob Report back in the day?
No.
Oh, that magazine.
Oh, I've heard of
It's like
it.
a magazine for like billionaires.
Yeah.
I
It's
remember.
like-
I
know what
remember
you're
seeing
talking
like
about.
over a decade ago, they had like islands that you could buy. Like
Yeah.
you could have them shape your own island.
Well, that's
So
still a thing.
crazy.
You
Yeah.
can buy, and
I think
actually
you still
not
can.
even that much money. Like
Yeah.
How much is not that much money?
a couple hundred racks. I think you
for a fucking island.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah, less than a milli.
Really?
Depending on where. Like, don't hold me. I'm not a real estate agent and shit. Like, don't hold me to that. But I'm saying I remember seeing those like ads like that.
Yeah.
Where you could buy islands for less than a
How
million.
fucking rad is that, dude? If you have your own fucking island.
I know, but then think about the money you would have to then put into it to get
To
like
upkeep
keep it
the
up
island.
and like all that. Yeah.
yeah.
No.
So
Well, if you're at the point where you're already buying islands, you probably
Then you
have the
have
money
that
to
kind of
do
money
that.
anyway. Yeah.
dude, speaking of islands, did you guys see this fucking Firefest shit show?
Oh yeah, that fucking blew up all over social
my
media,
God.
dude. Explain
It's
that.
so
one.
funny because it happened. It exploded right on the day of Bryce Chat. Or no, day before.
it was the day before.
The day
It
before.
was
So that's
right
why I was
before.
saying the Bryce Chat. Or somebody said the Bryce Chat was the after party for Firefest.
We got to get together for healing.
Okay, so let me tell you guys. Let me give you like the rundown. So Ja Rule, who of course had some moderate fame in the
Who's the original? It's murder.
yeah. He was
Murder.
It's murder.
and
It's murder. It's murder.
And this guy, there's some like tech, I don't know his name, so I just know he's like a millennial type dude. He's like 25, and he's had some success in the tech world. And so they're both like millionaires and shit. Although I don't know if Ja Rule's a millionaire still. I don't know. But anyways, they decide that they want to throw this. It's going to be allegedly the most luxurious music festival of all time. They're going to call it Firefest, and it's going to be in the Bahamas, but not just in the Bahamas, in one of those like remote ass islands in the Bahamas. Did you guys read about this at all?
I read about it today.
Yeah, so-
after we talked about it.
Okay, so they
Saturday.
want to throw this music festival there, and I guess they've been pumping it. Like big celebrities were behind it, like
And it was super expensive to go.
So it was like the Kardashians were behind, or not the Kardashians, but like the Jenner, so like those Jenner girls. They were behind it. They were like pumping the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Real quick, I fact check for you. Ja Rule is worth $8 million.
Really?
$8 million.
How?
I don't know. It's murder.
It's murder.
All those hit singles, there was like 6 or 7 hit singles.
Yeah, that's true. He had some smashes too,
Yeah.
actually. Well, the ones with Ashanti and shit
There was like 6 or 7 of them.
that were.
He's still getting money.
He's still getting like O2 money and
Still
shit.
getting O2 money.
Damn.
Wow.
That's crazy if he's still getting checks, like ringtone money off of fucking like.
So him and this guy, they're going to throw this music festival, and they said they're going to be the Migos are going to be there, Designer, Blink 182 for some reason, Major Lazer was going to be there and shit. So they start pumping it, all these fucking big, huge, like ginormous mega acts. So here, and then the cost to get there. Because you can't just fly to this island. It's like very remote, so you got to take like private planes and shit.
What's the island called again?
Exuma.
Exuma.
Yeah. And it's one of those little cutty ass islands and shit.
Like, isn't it like half the island doesn't have electricity and shit?
Dude, there's a big portion of that island it's so remote. There's a portion of that island that doesn't even have running water or electricity.
Holy
and
shit.
But it's really, really like scenic. It's really nice.
Beautiful
It's like
and whatever.
it's the fucking Bahamas and shit. So anyways, they decide that they want to build this town. That is basically they're going to make a town for the festival. It's going to be big, what do you call them? Villas and like all these things. They promised these kids because all the millennials, they love the
Bryce
the
vibes.
festivals. Yeah. The Bryce vibes. So there's that. And
But people were paying like up to like 6 figures to fucking go.
Right. So the cheapest package I think to go there, I believe, was $10,000 or something like that, or slightly less than that. But it was big money. And then there were some people that were paying $100,000 for the VIP experience.
Yeah.
They were promised, because it wasn't just about the music. It was going to be, there was like culinary, like very like luxurious food.
It was like a mesh of food and music and festive. Like
they were going to have like
commercials for it too.
Right, big ones. And they were going to be the thing where you swim with the pigs, like the pigs that swim or whatever. I didn't even know pigs could swim, but they can in the Bahamas. Yeah.
They're swimming pigs, by the way.
Well, I didn't know that, but there is in the Bahamas. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And there was going to be
like to go swim with them and like
Swim
be
with
around,
the
pet them.
pigs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's this, and then they're gonna they're gonna have yoga in the morning, and this, that, and the third.
Oh, God.
So, and it was only gonna be for 7,000 people. So it was, because it's small. It's a small island, so it was gonna be like sort of an intimate thing, as opposed to like the brochella and shit.
It's like super exclusive.
Yeah,
Right.
but because you had to pay big money to get there.
Yeah.
So, flash forward to Friday when all this shit was supposed to start. All the groups that said they were gonna be there pull out. Like, within that, the week leading up to it, they pull out.
All of this purported by articles.
Right. So this is just from what I read. This is what happened. Because obviously I don't know the inner workings of Firefest, but
Yeah, but
I
word
wasn't
on the
there.
street.
from
not
what
there.
I read,
Word on the ground.
and from people that I saw, like interviews from people that were like there. So they're saying, all these people, all these millennials pay all this money to get there. And it's fucking they have like this, like it's supposed to be villas and like I was saying, this, that, and the third. It was a fucking FEMA camp.
Yeah, it was like tents. I saw a picture of it today.
There was tents set up. So basically they had this idea to like set up this whole city that was going to be for the, the festival.
for the event.
Just for the event. None of that happened. They didn't get it set up in time. So all these kids show up to a FEMA camp. There were feral dogs, allegedly, like running around this like site where the camp was and shit.
Fuck.
Right. So then, and all of us, and there was like, I read some reports that like security guards were robbing people allegedly, and there was all these kids were stranded. It was like, what's the movie with Tom Hanks with the volleyball?
Oh,
Castaway.
Castaway.
Wilson!
Yeah, it was like Castaway, but with 7,000, Bryces.
And no Migos.
Well,
Zero Migos.
Zero Migos, zero major lasers. But they had some feral dogs, and then I saw a picture where it was the culinary experience that they were promised was literally a piece of bread with cheese and like a weird little like side salad thing.
Yeah.
And that was it.
In like a styrofoam container.
And so here's the fucked off part. So all these people, the idea was, because this was going to be a cashless festival. So what they had these kids do was upload their money onto this digital wristband. So, and that's how they were going to pay for shit the whole weekend or whatever. And so then all these Bryces are out there in the middle of nowhere with no money, because it's all on this wristband for a festival that didn't happen.
So what happened with the money? Like,
Where's the money?
Where's that? I don't understand.
There's going to be. I assume there will be
out.
lawsuits galore.
Yeah.
And I assume that it's going to be a huge ordeal.
Well, especially if rich kids were done wrong, they're all fucking suing, and all of their dads know a judge.
Yeah.
You
For
know
sure.
what I mean?
Allegedly. Ja Rule released some sort of statement on Twitter saying that it wasn't his fault and he was really sorry. But everything I've been reading these articles, because that was the first thought, was like, oh, it was a fucking scam. Like they just scammed all these kids. And I'm sure he has a side to the story. I'm sure there's more to it than what I'm saying. In fact, I know there is. But it was...
Like, why did people pull out, did it say?
Well, from what I read... they got wind that the venue itself was going to be shitty as fuck. Like, because I saw a picture of what the stage was supposed to be, where these people were going to be performing, and it looked a little bit like the Well Bar. You know what I mean? Like, it was like It was like, it was very, nothing wrong with that. It was for that, it was low budget.
Their level.
Yeah. Like it was a little tiny thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, especially because they paid all this money. So I got stuck on the hashtag Firefest for like hours because a lot of the memes were really funny. But then what I really liked seeing was the pictures and videos that people were posting that were actually there.
Yeah.
And it just looked
the chaos.
It looked chaos. It looked like pure chaos. It was unbelievable. I could not stop. Like, I got obsessed with it a little bit. There was a little part of me that was like kind of hater, bitter, satisfied that all these like rich ass millennials, like, because what if you could just be like, yeah, I think we're gonna go to the Bahamas this weekend, check out Firefest because it's the truth. Okay.
Like, if nothing else, at the very least, it's a minor inconvenience for them, and that's so entertaining to us poor people.
Yeah,
like,
the
we're just sitting back
downtrodden.
Like, well, yeah.
Like, ha.
Well, also I'm mad. I'm old and shit.
Yeah.
And that's obviously like
You couldn't be like diving into the crystal blue water with the fucking bead armbands.
Well, I saw that some people just stayed, like fuck it, and just stayed and made like a time out of it. You know?
Oh, they actually stuck it out?
Yeah.
Was there any musical acts that showed up at all? None?
No, they canceled it. They canceled the event totally.
But
like,
people were already there?
Yes.
Well, I guess some people were probably like, you know what, fuck it.
We're in the Bahamas.
Already in the Bahamas.
Yeah. But you could always like island hop, but people were frantically trying to get off the island and shit. And it's one of those things where you had to take like a private plane or like those little tiny like planes that crash. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Those planes that crash.
Yeah.
The ones that just disappear and you don't find them.
Right. So I guess they were offering complimentary charters, like boat rides back to Miami, which is the closest, like, you know, massive land, I guess.
It's like, hey, we could at least technically get you back onto the landmass.
So,
that's about the
but
best.
anyway,
we
shout out
can
to
go.
the Firefest,
funny.
man. It was really, really good. I got a lot of
Yeah, the
entertainment.
memes were funny. I looked
Out of
at a
that.
lot of the memes and I did
Yeah.
laugh, like actual laugh out loud,
Yeah.
like where you're by yourself,
Literal LOL.
looking and you're still like,
L Boogie, do you got any sort of like dick diaries?
Yeah.
Good.
Dick Pic Diaries with L Boogie. L Boogie.
On EYL Radio.
L Boogie, tell us why you're mad.
I'm not mad today.
Oh, okay, good.
So I have become apparently an expert. I know I was going to talk about something else, but it dawned on me because I started like remembering a couple more pieces of the night. Like when you first wake up or like the day after you got really drunk, you don't remember like every single second of everything that went on.
It slowly starts
And
to
like you think of something and then you
like,
remember
oh yeah, that
more,
happened.
and then you're like, oh yeah, or you go back and you look at your snaps and you're like, oh yeah, you
Totally.
know. So I have inadvertently become the expert on male pubic hair, apparently.
Why?
Because at Bryce Chad, I had more than 2 people tell me, I'm not going to say anyone's names. It was actually really funny and really fun for me. Like,
Right.
I'm not offended at all. I'm not the type of person that gets offended over that, right?
Sure.
Were they whipping out pubes?
No. They were just like mentioning it. Like one person was like, I don't scorch the earth.
That's funny.
And like there was some other comments that were made, and it's like there was more than one person.
You've turned that into like your wave.
That's your niche.
Yeah.
You have a pubic niche.
That's amazing. You should run with that.
What's gonna get really scary though is
LPB?
if like dudes like start coming up and actually like whipping their junk out on me, like, hey, what do you think about this? Like
That'll be scary for who? Not for you.
Yeah, you're not scared. You're seasoned.
I mean,
it's
it
fine.
depends on the dick, really. You know,
Right.
It depends on what that dick looks like.
What if
when
he's
they
got a
whip it.
horrifying dick but really nice pubes? Like his pube game is tight.
You know,
Yeah. He's got like a fresh fade.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you know what?
Fresh fade.
Yeah.
You know what? Your manscaping is immaculate, but that dick is terrifying.
Well,
I
it's
would
like if
probably
somebody
say
has a really
that.
sweet haircut, but their face fucks it up. You know what I mean? Like there's a give and take with that.
Yeah, but you're still gonna be like, dude, that's a sweet haircut.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that's what it is.
It's still a nice haircut. Yeah, I would definitely still be like, way to go.
Well
on the
done.
manscape. Yeah. I'd be
Okay.
like, way to
So
keep it up.
you are now like the Simon Cowell
of male pubic hair.
Yeah.
Apparently. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's not a bad
That's a
thing
good
to
little
be.
wave. You should
Yeah,
ride
it's
that.
cool. Yeah.
Ride that wave. Yeah, ride those pubes. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
Rice's pubes.
Well, that's cool. Are you stoked on that?
Yeah, I just thought it was really funny because it was like I remembered one of them, and then after I remembered one of them, I was like, oh my god, that was more than once that happened.
Yeah.
Like, oh god. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, that's funny. So no, yeah, I'm stoked on it. It's cool.
No,
yeah,
it's exciting.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive for you.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, very cool. Chris the Key, what do you think? You got some...
Why is he laughing so hard?
I don't know.
It's so goddamn funny.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chris the Pubes. I understand. All right, so for the first story, a flower shop in New Jersey got busted for apparently stealing flowers from a local cemetery nearby.
Oh, that's fucked up.
That's fucked.
Come out and check us out.
So a family went and put flowers like on a relative's grave.
Oh, like a sting.
Yeah. Well, no.
They're like
not-
bait
not
flowers.
At first, it was the normal flowers.
Okay.
It was the see you later flowers. And then when they came back, they were gone. So they put new ones down, and within 2 weeks, it got stolen.
Right.
So they set up a camera.
I've heard of shit like this before.
They set up a camera.
Not
It
with
was
a
this
flower shop,
old
though.
woman that works at a flower shop, and she was stealing them.
That's so grimy. And then they asked me why I hate people.
Because of this.
You know what I
type of
mean?
shit.
Well, who can you trust if you can't trust an old woman?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Who runs a flower shop?
I know. That makes it like doubly worse.
Bad.
I got robbed by a sweet old lady on a motorized cart.
Wait,
For real?
like actual?
No.
Oh.
It's so dumb and dumb.
Which kind of raises an important question too: is like who do the flowers belong to? Like I was reading that when I was reading the article. It's
Oh,
like,
because
well,
they're just
who gets
technically
them?
just putting it on the ground.
Is it the cemetery's flowers? Is it the person that left them there? Is it the dead person's flowers? Like whose flowers?
Or
are
is
they?
it just no one's?
It's no one's flowers.
Because you kind of are just putting the flowers on the ground somewhere.
It's kind of like a finders keepers thing.
No,
like how do you?
no, because honor and good conscience tells you leave those fucking
Ethics.
flowers alone.
Yeah.
No,
It's an
absolutely,
ethical-
but ethics and like legality doesn't go necessarily.
They don't coincide.
Hand in hand.
No.
You know what I mean? Like legally,
true.
I don't see why. I mean, unless she was turning around selling them and making a profit.
Yeah.
maybe that's going to cause a problem.
That is a problem.
So for the next one, did you guys hear about this or see this on the gram? This overly obese body starts a funeral home fire.
No.
So apparently at a funeral home, they were going to cremate this body, but it was
Yeah.
like severely obese. And I guess when they try to do it at those large levels, it actually ends up turning into like basically a grease fire. So
What?
it's this huge out of control fire that caught
Really?
the crematory on fire.
Oh. Shout out to... Was it in Florida?
This was in Cincinnati.
Oh.
I thought
Jeez.
they usually like
What?
put you in pieces.
Oh,
like that.
before they cream... I don't know how that works. Yeah, I really
I
don't.
thought they
Even still, even
dismember
if they
you.
like, let's say they chop you up and put you in a pile, you still have all that extra like fat.
Yeah.
And when you start heating that up,
That's
like, have
fucked.
you ever got fucking popped
Yeah.
by grease? Like,
on the
Yeah,
barbecue,
it's not a
if you
good
put,
time.
like a piece of fatty chicken or something, like how it, like yeah, I know what you mean.
That's not a good time at all.
That's real
R.I.P..
dark, real dark.
Jeez.
and then and I feel like there's a joke in there somewhere. Somewhere in that story,
There
there's some
probably
kind
is,
of joke.
but-
After we finish, I'll come up with it.
We'll figure it out when we're done with the episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, for the last one, this kind of tied into our strange sightings episode. The Loch Ness Monster is reported missing after no sightings in 8 months.
Oh.
So they've gone 8 months now with no Loch Ness sightings, and they're officially reporting her missing.
Oh, my God.
It's the dumbest
Stupid.
fucking thing.
Why don't you believe? Why just don't you believe?
God. Oh, well. Yeah, I guess be on alert, I guess. You know, everybody...
Missing.
Keep an eye out. Nessie's missing.
There's a huge
Check us
monster
out.
that doesn't exist, and it's missing.
Come out and check us out.
All right, well, I think that's going to do it for us. Once again, shout out to everybody who came to the Bryce Chad Music Festival. Shout out to all the millennials who went to Firefest.
Allegedly.
Shout out to Ja Rule.
Shout out to Raw Jewel. Well, again, the joke's on me because I will be going to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
You are worth
and
it.
he will,
Like that
and he will
cuthole
not.
Steve.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, shout out to Soy Sauce Boss. Shout out Chris the Key, L Boogie. Follow us on Instagram at EYL_radio. Hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/FYourLifeRadio. And more importantly, do not die.
EYL are tuned into F Your Life Radio Podcast. Your mom would not approve.